Hey guys, this is Shannon Morse, the producer of Before You Buy, and today I have the MSI GE40 Ultra Cool Gaming Laptop Deluxe. And this guy costs $12.99 on the market. The version that I have today for testing and training and all sorts of fun gaming is $13.99. So it's a whole $1,400. So it's a little expensive, but to be honest, it's a pretty good price point for a gaming laptop rig, especially with the specs in this guy. So first off, the design is pretty nice. On the back, you have these very cool designed dragon eyes, and they're also backlit whenever you turn on your laptop. It also has an aluminum casing too. To be honest, that feels a little bit plasticky to me, but it's aluminum, so I can live with it. It's also 4.4 pounds, so that's really lightweight for all the specs that are inside of this. Now, those specs. It's an i7 Haswell CPU, very nice, top of the market. You also have an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 760M GPU. Now, to be honest, that one is pretty new, it's fairly awesome, and it's a great one for the market. You also get Windows 8. And with Windows 8 and this screen, it's a little bit weird. I'll get back to the screen in a second. It has gigabit LAN, which is excellent for LAN parties. You get really, really fast connection speeds with your Ethernet connection. And it also has BGN wireless as well as Bluetooth 4.0. Now you get plenty of space on here in case you want to download your games from Steam or what have you. It's a 128 solid state drive, and you also get 750 gigs of hard disk space as well. So plenty of room to download your entire Steam library if you want to. Now let's talk about this screen for a little bit. Now when I first turned it on, I thought this was a little bit weird. Yes, it is Windows 8, but it does not have a touch screen, which is kind of weird whenever you are trying to work in the Windows 8 interface outside of video games. Now it is non-reflective, which is really nice whenever you are playing lots of games, especially if you're playing FPS. It's really important to know where your teammates are as well as the guys you're playing against. It is 14 inches, so it's a nice big screen, and it has a really nice resolution as well. It's 1600 by 900. A little bit bigger could have been awesome, but I'm okay with 1600 by 900. Now the keyboard and the trackpad, also very important when you're gaming. The keyboard is a chiclet keyboard. There are a few different keys on here that I wish were a little bit larger, but also something I can live with since I'm really just using W, A, S, and D whenever I'm playing video games. As far as typing on it, when I'm normally doing like blog posts and working on emails and such like that, it's pretty decent to handle. It has very good flex to the keyboard. It doesn't feel cheap at all, and it's very rounded. So it's altogether a pretty decent keyboard. The trackpad is a little bit different than what you'll find on the market nowadays. It has a separate click button for your right and left click, as opposed to the normal ones that you'll find on the market, which only have one fluid trackpad altogether. So I actually had a lot of fun playing video games on this guy. I found that it was really easy, it was very simple. I had great FPS rates as far as playing some of the games that were in my Steam library. It downloaded them really quick, especially off Ethernet. And overall, I really enjoyed the processing speeds of video gaming. So let's get into my pros and cons. So first off, my pros. Gaming processing was superior as far as laptops go. Of course, nothing is ever going to replace the PC that I built at home for around the same price, but as far as a laptop goes, it's pretty darn good. Also, the trackpad was a pretty nice pro. With a separate click button, it was actually pretty useful if I didn't want to pull out a mouse to play my video games. And last but not least, on the pro side, it is definitely portable. I could fit this really easily into my normal computer bag, and it wasn't so heavy that I was lugged down to the side. So I could definitely see myself taking this to LAN parties if I still went to those. Bring soap, guys, really important. And last off, the cons. There is no touchscreen. That's a really big bummer for me, especially when I'm starting to get used to Windows 8 these days. Also, the fan is somewhat noisy on this, especially when you're running really, really high graphics, and it does have a subpar LCD screen. I'm really not happy that the viewing angles on this are not as good as they should be. Also, it's not as bright as I would be happy with. So all in all, my verdict, is this a buy, try, or a don't buy? I have to give it a try. It's definitely a really nice laptop, especially if you want to take it to LAN parties and go gaming with your friends. Now, as far as a day-to-day computer, yes, it is a little bit pricey, but it is still within a pretty decent range when you include all those excellent qualities and specs on the inside. So that was my review of the MSI GE40. Back to you guys in the studio.